Let's let's try that again, shall we? That was mad. Okay, right. Let's just try that again. That's absolute madness. I'm not sure why I did that, but there we go. Let's get our music back. Back to where it was though. This isn't quite so loud. No, that's not the one we want. We want the nice copyright-free music. We don't want Powerwolf. That's going to scare people. There we go. Right. Okay. There we are. Okay. Let's just make sure that everyone knows I'm back. There we go. Right. Copied link. There we go. There we are. Right. There we go. Right. Okay. Let's try that again. Technology, eh? Where would we be without it? Right. What was I even saying? Right. Beatrix Potter, amazing. Yeah, brilliant. I would have these as my bedtime stories when I was a child, constantly. And I absolutely adored them. I loved the black and white sketches. I loved the colours, the coloured illustrations. I just loved absolutely everything about them. I love her writing style, and they became one of the biggest influences on me growing up. And I think even as an adult, like sort of just, I would look at these and go, I wish I could draw like that. I wish I could draw as well as she could. So she became my aim, my target to draw like that. You know, I almost held her in sort of like godlike regard with the way she could draw, and still do in many ways. But now I can look at it in a nice way, saying, you know, I've become the illustrator I am now because I endeavoured to be as good as her. So this is one of my favourite illustrations. Look, Samuel Whiskers stealing some butter, scurrying around, fat little rat. Just, yeah, that's all I can say about her, really, was just that she was one of the biggest influences in me having that drive to learn, having that desire to be better as an illustrator. Especially with her black and white ones, I can really see the influence of just the way I draw now, to be honest, especially with rodents and things. Like, I very much draw my rodents like this. And it's because of her. Again, the little rat illustrations in here have long been candidates for tattoos for my adult self, and that still hasn't changed. It's just the only thing that's stopping me is that I can never decide which one. Speaking of, in the new year, I will be getting a rat tattoo as commemoration of all my rats, rodents, and other little squeakers that I've had over the past decade or so. I don't currently have any, and it is breaking me mentally because I've always, like, for the past decade, had them with me. So I'm going to be getting one just on my forearm, just here. Not getting it on this side because I feel at some point the way I draw, carpal tunnel syndrome surgery is going to be inevitable. So not tattooing this area. I don't want it to get ruined. Is that morbid thinking? Maybe. I don't know. Hello. Hello there. We were just going through one of the books here, which is Beatrix Potter, Samuel Whiskers. The mouse. Sorry, I just forgot. The end page is just that. It's just, yeah, just wonderful. So yeah, she by far was one of my biggest influences to be an illustrator and to be a great illustrator. It sounds really weird for someone you've never met, but she always felt like my first tutor. Like if I wasn't sure how to do something, I would refer to her storybooks, and I'd look at these books and I'd try and draw like her for years and years and years from like being a toddler. So she's always been a source of inspiration and drive and influence for me. Even to present day, I'll still look back and go, how did she do that? So yes, thank you, Beatrix Potter. You are amazing, and you will always be my absolute hero. So that book represents everything she has done for me as an illustrator, with all of her beautiful stories as I grew up. So that's that one. Oh Lord, I just saw what's next. We're coming towards the bottom of the pile now, folks, so don't worry. Speaking of influences and people that I referred to a lot to try and improve my drawing, again, these were on my mother's bookshelf for the longest time, and I'd always sort of try and page through them very, very carefully. They were like sacred tomes to me. And these are the notebooks of Leonardo da Vinci. I won't go through all of them. I just wanted to show you that there is a trilogy of them. They're worn, they're tired, they're a bit tattered and a bit dog-eared. And they have that lovely old book smell, which I love. So these books are very, very special to me, because they basically, these days, like people who want to learn to draw anatomy, they go on YouTube, or they go on Pinterest, or they try and find something, they Google something, Google a reference and just practice that way, Google photographs and stuff. This is what taught me anatomy, with these books. So there is a lot of writing in here, because it obviously talks about the notebooks itself, and it's all of his notes as well, and sort of like the history and relevance of it. Because if you know anything about Leonardo da Vinci, he wasn't just an artist, he was the very epitome of a Renaissance man. He was interested, and another hero of mine, he was interested in everything. He wanted to know how everything worked. He wanted to know how we could improve things. He wanted to explore the cosmos, sciences, technology, politics, socialism, studying the human condition, history, everything. He wanted to learn everything, which is something that, one, I have inherited from my mother, and two, just reading these as a child were amazing, because it felt like it was someone like me. It's just like this requirement to learn endlessly. So the first one itself is mainly text, to be honest, but there are some beautiful things of his mechanical machines in here that he did. Now, bear in mind, this guy was in the Renaissance. He designed a helicopter. Just let that sink in for a minute. The guy developed the helicopter just because he was just like, birds are cool, but how would humans fly? So he just went, oh yeah, you know what, I'll look into it. And he would study the cadavers of bats or birds and see, and humans, in fact, grave digging was a thing. And he'd almost, just take them all apart, try and see how they worked on a fundamental level. How does the bat wing work? How does this work? How does that work? It was just, this mind was incredible. And he was able just to deconstruct things. And then this was the other crazy thing that he would be able to do. He could do aerial drawings of things. And we look at the aerial pictures now, and they're pretty much spot on. It's mad. I think there was one where he did he did a map, and he drew Antarctica. Spot on. This is like, who is this man? If you want to get frivolous and adventurous mentally, there were theories as though maybe this guy's an alien, maybe he was just from a different time and he came back to us. I just think he had a wonderful mind and really, really took on board that the brain is a muscle and it needed to be used and loved. And he took that to the furthest possible point he could. This guy used as much grey matter that was openly available to him. So yeah, his drawings and sketches and stuff, I mean, landscapes in particular, you can see here, like with rocks, very similar to how I draw them today, because I just used him as a reference pretty much all throughout my drawing development. Let me see if I can find the one with the, is it 2 or 3? I can never remember. I do tend to page through them a lot, so it's a bit of a blur, really. One of the things that he really helped me learn to draw was muscle structures and understanding the body and how it worked and how you had to look at how things work in order to make sure that you knew how they would come together. So he'd sort of, there were often sort of cadavers that were available for science. He would go in and he'd go to these demonstrations, or he'd do it himself, where he'd look in, he'd take away the skin, and a bit gruesome, but he would deconstruct a body to figure out how it all worked. So he was very, very intrigued. He wanted to know absolutely everything. So how does the body work? How does all of this function? Tendons, muscle structure in the face, and just this is what taught me anatomy, was learning that this is where the muscles are, so that's how they're going to appear under the skin. And that oddly gave you a really good perspective when you were learning to draw anatomy later on. So yeah, just absolutely incredible. Just these were very much a learning curve for me, and really sort of helped me develop my skill from quite an early age, actually. Like I said, my mum's had these books since before I was born, a lot of them. Can't show some of those, I'll get banned. Like I said, anatomy, learning about everything. But yeah, how to draw horses, how to draw facial expressions. There's everything in these books. They're absolutely amazing. So if you ever feel you are struggling with anatomy, or you just want to try and find something that will really blow your mind and give you a perspective on how to draw things, look into Leonardo da Vinci and his diaries. You don't have to get the diaries themselves, but look at his artwork, look at his sketches, his studies more than anything. And I guarantee you they are so helpful, and they are just special and magical and just, yeah, incredible human being. Absolutely incredible. One-off. Will not have another human being like this on this planet ever again, I don't think. So yes, like I said, there's 3 of these. Very much worth it if you can get hold of them. If not, I am sure by now that these sketches are all over the internet, because that's just the way the internet is. I wouldn't be surprised if someone scanned through the entire series of notebooks and put them into a PDF or something so everybody can access. Worth looking into, especially if you do draw and you're looking for a different perspective or something to challenge you and broaden your horizons. Leonardo da Vinci is your man. So what do we have next? Let me just wet me whistle a bit. I'm almost out of tea. It's a good job we're finishing up soon, isn't it? Right. So this is, let me see. Yep. Second to last for these. Now, I said in the first video that I was doing before the camera gave out about story times with mum when I was growing up, and with my younger sibling, where we'd sort of cuddle up and just look at these stories together and read them together. It was something we did pretty much every night growing up. It's very special. I know not everybody has that. So I am very, very grateful that I was able to get that. Hang on, I'm just going to check the camera's going okay. Yeah, it's done something weird again. Oh, saints preserve us. Right, let me just have a quick look. Come on, we've got a couple left to go. You can do it, camera, come on. Chat, you have to cheer it on. Cheer it on. Come on, camera, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe. Let me see if I can change the way it's attaching itself, because it might just be having a funny 5 minutes. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Does it just hate me this evening? Come on, you little bugger. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hang on. No. Oh. That was weird. It came back for a second and then it disappeared again. It's very strange. Oh, hello. Come on. You can do it. It is suffering. It is really, really struggling. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to see if I can change it to attach via Wi-Fi instead. Let me see. Do it by Wi-Fi. See if that helps. See if that helps anything. If not, I am so sorry, guys, if this doesn't work. Apparently the gremlins really, really hate me. Oh my gosh. Chat amongst yourselves. Try and do it on Instagram stories or something if it doesn't come back. Oh, wait. Oh. Come on, you can do it. There's nothing to it. You can do it. No, it's not. Okay. I don't know if it's... I'm so sorry, guys. I will... hopefully we got some content there for you. And I will try and do something else with this at some point. It may be that we might have to switch back to Instagram lives or something like that, just to make it easier. So there's no in-between camera involved. It's literally just doing the Instagram stuff. So we will see. If not, I will try and redo this as well. So, right. Apologies, guys. I will be back soon. I will see if I can try and get this sorted for Friday's stream. If not, I'll put an announcement up and we will do it on Instagram instead. And I will start just doing streams on Instagram because YouTube's a nightmare. For now, anyway. So, all right, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye. It's going to let me end the stream. It's not even going to let me do that. That's mad. It's just frozen the whole thing. That's crazy. The whole PC's having a complete meltdown. That's not good. Whole thing's just having a complete meltdown. Oh, there go the fans. Yep, it's working hard. It's working very, very hard.